शंभवे नमः शंभवे नमः शंभवे नमः। ओम ओम यो ब्रह्माणं विदधाति पूर्वं यो वै वेदांश्च प्रहिणोति तस्मै ब्रह्मदेवमात्मबुद्धिप्रकाशम् मुमुक्षुर्वै शरणमहं प्रपद्ये। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्म विद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो वंशऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। सर्वोपप्लवरहितः प्रज्ञानघनः प्रत्यगर्थो ब्रह्मैवाहमस्मि ब्रह्मैवाहमस्मि। वेदांतार्थ विभासकाय गुरवे शांताय सन्यासिने नानावादी नगेन्द्र संघपवये योगीन्द्र वन्द्याय च मोहध्वान्त दिवाकराय भगवत्पादाभिधां बिभ्रते तस्मै भाष्यकृते नमोऽस्तु सततं पूर्णाय बोधात्मने। सर्वतंत्र स्वतंत्राय सदात्माद्वैतवेदिने श्रीमते शंकरार्याय वेदांत गुरवे नमः। योऽवतीर्ण इहाचार्य रूपेण यतीनामुदे श्रीमन्नारायणं वन्दे तं हरिं करुणानिधिम्। मननाख्यं प्रकरणं वासुदेव यतीश्वरेः रचितं विस्तरेणाद्य संग्रहेण प्रकाश्यते। बालानामुपकाराय मम विज्ञानसिद्धये तत्र श्री बालगोपाल कृष्ण सन्निहितो भवेत्। So now we understand that when it is said that the Vakyam is able to reveal the oneness of Atma and Brahman, then how does this Vakyam, that Vakyam means Tatvamasi Mahavakyam, okay, how is this Vakyam able to do so? To which it is said, the Vakyam functions as a Pramanam, basically. But how does it function? So there are three ways in which it works. So in explaining that, he said, between the padas of the Vakya, there is Samanadhikaranyam. This is the Sambandha. Between the Padarthas indicated by the padas of the Vakyam, there is Visheshana Vishesha Bhava Sambandha. Then, on one hand, you have padas and padarthas, whereas on the other hand, you have Pratyekatma Shuddha Chaitanya, Brahmavastu. What is the relationship? Lakshya Lakshana Bhava Sambandha. What is this Lakshya Lakshana Bhava Sambandha? So, in order to explain that, we went through the various sambandhas that are there between the padas and the object of the pada. So the first one we came across is the Mukhyartha or Mukhyavritti, which is called as the Shakyavritti also. Okay. Then you have Gauni Vritti, and the third one is Lakshana Vritti. The Lakshana Vritti comes to play its role in your cognizing, you understanding what is meant by the Vakyam only when there is some inherent contradiction in the Mukhyartha presented by the Vakyas, by the Padas. And going back to the Vakyam that is there in our discussion, then it would mean Jiva is Ishvara. And this seems to be very ridiculous because what is there? That Alpajna is then called as Sarvajna. Alpashakti is called as Sarvashakti. And this is unacceptable. And therefore, why is it unacceptable? Because it is like saying apple is an orange. Apple is an apple, orange is an orange. So Sarvajna is Sarvajna, Alpajna is Alpajna. So now when there is this kind of presentation, then what comes to play is the Lakshana. And in the Lakshana also specifically, which Lakshana are we looking at? Jahadajal Lakshana Athava Bhagatyaga Lakshana. Both of them mean the same Lakshana only. So don't get, in some books you are bound to find it is called as Bhagatyaga Lakshana. And in some places you are bound to find it being mentioned as Jahadajal Lakshana. So not to get confused, oh my God, these people are saying Bhagatyaga, somebody else. No, it is same, one and the same. Bhagatyaga itself is Jahadajal Lakshana. Now, just as in Soyam Devadattaha, in that Bhagatyaga Lakshana, what is Lakshana? Shakya Sambandha Lakshana. And everywhere you are going to see this being common thing. Wherever there is Lakshana, whether it is Jahad Lakshana, Ajahad Lakshana, or it is Jahad Lakshana. What is the common theme in all these three Lakshanas? That it is Shakya Sambandha. It is Shakya Sambandha. Everybody is clear about it so far? And if you are not able to understand what is Shakya Sambandha, then go to Gangayam Ghoshaha. Ghosha means the small village.
Hamlet
of the cowherds. Ahir. Hindi mein Ahir bolte hain na, those people who do tend to buffaloes and cows and sheep and all that. There is that particular community. They are called Ahir. And their settlement is called as Ghosha. Where is it? Gangayam. How Gangayam? So now the word Ganga, which is Jalapravaha, the Sambandha of Jalapravaha is with Tira, the bank. And therefore, the word Ganga now presents you Tira, which is its Sambandhi. And therefore, it becomes Shakya Sambandhi. What is the Shakya Artha of word Ganga? Jalapravaha. Shakyartha, you understand what is Shakta and Shakya, right?
Yeah.
Pada is?
Pada is Gangaya.
No, Pada is called as, Pada is what? Pada means the word.
Pada means word.
What is Pada? Shakta.
Shakta and Shakya.
And then the Pada, what is Padartha?
Shakya.
Presented, the object of that word. Okay. Object presented by that word. So that is called as Shakya. Okay. So Ganga is the word. What is presented by that word?
Jalapravaha.
And then from Jalapravaha, you have, what is Sambandhi with the Jalapravaha? Tira.
Ganga
Ganga
Tira.
Tira. So thus, now we have Shakti Sambandhi. Shakti Sambandhi is what? Shakti Sambandha Lakshana. The Lakshana gets presented by in that Ganga Tira. And so now you understand that settlement is on bank of Ganga. Though what is the Vakyam? The Vakyam does not present you with the settlement is on Ganga bank. What does it present? Settlement
Ganga.
on Ganga.
Yeah.
Okay. Gangayam Koshaha. Like that. So Shaktism. Now Lakshana has to be here. And so we have Jahada Jahal Lakshana. We did this all right yesterday on page number 73. Bhaskar? 72 is completed. We are on the Tasmat Tatvam Padavakyarth Grahane. What is Tatvam Padavakyarth Grahane? How to do this Vigraha? I a little handicapped at it. Maybe I have to ask. But to me, it appears the best would be to say Tasmat Tatvam Padayoho Vakyarth Grahane and rearrange that Vakyam as Vakyartha Grahane Tatvam Padayoho Vachyartha Jiveshwarayoho. Now, what is the Vachyartha of the Padas? Tat and Tvam, Jiva and Ishvara. Of them, there is Virodha. There is Virodha. Obviously, there is a contradiction. One is Sarvajna, the other one is Alpajna. That is there. And therefore, Virodha. Now, you cannot say Jiva is Ishvara. Otherwise, it will be as good as saying orange is an apple. Virodha. But what can be done is Tayor Viruddhamsham Vihaya. But whatever is the Viruddhamsha is given up. Given means given up. Is given up. Viruddhamsham Vihaya. Okay. One is Maya Vishishta, the other one is Avidya Vishishta. That Visheshanas are given up. The Upadhis are given up. Viruddhamsham Vihaya. Aviruddhamshasya. What is the Aviruddhamsha? Chaitanyam. But now that Chaitanyam presented is Brahma Chaitanyasya, Kutastha Chaitanyasya cha ekatvat Brahma Kutastho Lakshayitva. That Brahma Chaitanya and Kutastha Chaitanya is Lakshayitva. That becomes the Lakshartha of the words Tat and Tvam. What is the Shakyartha of the words Tat and Tvam, Sarvajna and Alpajna? And what is the Shakya Sambandhi? Because what is the Sarvajna, Alpajna is okay. But how are you going? What is the definition of this word Tat, Sarvajna, Alpajna? Maya Vishishta Chaitanya, Avidya Vishishta Chaitanya. Athava Mayopadhika Chaitanya, Avidyopadhika Chaitanya. Athava Mayopadhika Chaitanya, Antakaranopadhika Chaitanya. All these are various definitions of Jiva and Ishvara. Okay? Then Chaitanya Amsha is Aviruddha. Whereas that Maya Vishishta or Mayopadhika and Avidyopadhika is all Viruddhamsha. And you are able to understand that this Twampada is the Vivekadan of Twampada. You understand that I am. What is the nature of this I? Chaitanyam alone, not this body, not the senses, not even the mind, ahankara, or even avidya. What is it? Chaitanyam. Then what is the case with Maya Vishishta Chaitanya? That this Jagat Karanatva. So that Karanam is Maya. because of which Chaitanya becomes Karanam. And what is the status of Maya? Is only an appearance. Is only an appearance. And therefore, finally, so over there, it is Mithyatva. Over here, in the Tvampadas, segregation, Viveka, Mithyatva is not Siddha. All that you understand is Chaitanya is different from the Anatma Padartha. That is all that you do. This is Tvapada Viveka. But in the Tatpada Viveka, the whole thing, so therefore Mithyatva becomes evident in Tatpada Viveka. Where does the Mithyatva become evident? Not in Tvapada Viveka. It becomes evident only in Tatpada Viveka. Now, this is not enough. What do you require is to understand that the item of Tat and Tvam. And therefore, now what remains, what comes to you as the distilled understanding of the words Tat and Tvam is Chaitanya Mahat. Then there should be two Chaitanyas. There should be two Chaitanyas. What is wrong? One Chaitanya presented by the word Tat, the other Chaitanya presented by the word Tvam. But our question is, what is the mark of distinction because of which you are going to say two? And that is Namarupa. Namarupa, Guna, etc. is going to be what is called, what we'll say two. This entire range of Namarupa, Guna, Karma is Anatma, and that is Mithya. And therefore, how can Mithya create a real distinction? So therefore, कूटस्थ चैतन्यस्य च ब्रह्म चैतन्यस्य च एकत्वात् ब्रह्मकूटस्थौ लक्षयित्वा अखण्डार्थः तयोः ऐक्यमेव महावाक्येन बोध्यते. Thus, by indicating that akhandartha, since there is no visheshana vishesha also over there, Chaitanya alone is there. Okay? And therefore, akhandarthaha tayor aikyameva mahavakyena bodhyate. Okay? Yatha putra pautropadhitvaya parityage. You remember he had even provided us an example that why a man is called as father or grandfather. When will that person be called as a father or grandfather? When there is the who is the person who's addressing depends on who's the person in reference. If you are referring to son, then there is father. If the reference is of grandson, the same person is grandfather. So that same person is called as father or grandfather with the condition that the reference is of son or grandson. Like that, putra, pautra, putra means son, pautra means grandson. Putra, pautra, upadhitvaya parityage. Now these upadhis, these conditions are given up. Then what happens? Pitru pitamahatva abhavena devadat eko devadattaha eva avashishyate. Now this is whatever that person is. Hey, no reference, don't give any reference. Who is this? This is that Devadatta. Devadatta eva avashishyate. Mahatataka ghatopadhi parityage. Now, containers of water. There is a village tank, big pond, and one small ghata, small pot in your house. Both of them are able to contain water. And therefore, in one place you are going to say small, and the other place it is called as big. But as water, H2O, what is the difference between both? Water is water, but when are you calling it small and big? Only in reference to the ghata and the tatak. Tatak means talab, the village, big pond. Okay. महातटाक घटोपाधि परित्यागे शैत्य द्रव मधुर स्वभावम जलम एकम अवशिष्यते. Don't say whether it is Bhata Jala or Tataka Jala. Jala is Jala. Don't bring anything. Then what is this? Water. What is this? Water. Water is water. What is this? Chaitanya. What is this Chaitanya? No, not Sarvajna, Alpajna, anything. Chaitanya. Alone. Evam Jalam Ekameva Avashishyate. Mahavarti Alpavarti Parityage. लोहितोष्ट प्रकाश स्वभावो वन्निरेक अवशिष्यते. Now there is that small varti. Varti means varti. Wick. You roll that wick, put it in a small lamp. And then there is a mat that, like Arunachalam, they put that big lamp, a wick, which will burn for 7 days. Mahavarti. Don't bring any reference to big and small. What is that? Agni eva, Vannireva. Correct? Where is the difference, in Agni or in the Varti?
Varti.
Varti. Agni is Agni, whether that Agni becomes available in a small wick or Mahavarti, in a big wick. Agni is Agni. Wherever it is, it will cast light and heat. Lohitoshna prakasha swabhavaha vannireka eva vashishyate. So 3 examples he has given of Devadatta, of the water, and of Vanni. Okay, so contemplate on that. Tatha Maya Vidya Upadhi Parityage Satchidananda Swabhavam Ekam Atma Eka Atma Atma Vastveva Vashishyate. Atma Vastveva Vashishyate. Tatha Maya Vidya Upadhi Parityage. When both these upadhis, Maya and Avidya, are given up, and what is the way of giving up both the upadhis? That understanding that all the panchakoshas or dehatrayas or avasthatrayas are what? Anatma padartha. This is the Tvam Pada Viveka. This is giving up of Avidya Upadhi. Remember this. How is Maya Upadhi given up? Maya Upadhi is given up only in your understanding that in Paramatma there is nothing other than just the Satchidananda Sadvastu alone. Okay? Gone. This is giving up of Maya. You don't do anything else over there. Also, therefore, Maya Vidyopadhi Parityage, then what remains? Satchidananda Swabhavam Ekam Atma Vastu Eva Avashishyate. Thus, that Vastu which is Satchidananda Swabhava and is one Avashishyate. Yes, that is what stays behind. What do you mean by that Vastu? And what is the swabhava of this vastu which stays behind? Satchidananda.
Ananda.
We have to see this word. So the next chapter is going to deal with it. So Satchidananda, so don't say, Abhi Abhi batao. Then what is there in the next chapter for you to study? Then therefore Satchidananda Swabhavam Ekam Atma Vastu Eva Avashishyate. That's. But sir, that is all okay. Now what should we do? Evam Vicharya. Now इसके ऊपर अच्छी तरह से विचार करो. You know, in the olden days, used to have these brass vessels. I don't know, you people must have seen in your grandmother's time and all that. These women used to go to bring this water from the well, village well. And very often, we had this, what they used to do is when they would go to bring the water, over there, some ash and this hay, paddy will be there. Then they will take that and what do they call it?
Scrub and wash it.
Scrub it on those brass pots, copper pots. And every day there used to be this ritual and then bring it. So Swami Vishwanathananda of Vrindavan, when I was with him, he used to say like this. Manjna. Manjna means to, like how the vessel is washed with that ash. He used to say, एक कोई प्रक्रिया अच्छी तरह मांझ लो. एवं विचार्य. मांझने का अर्थ क्या है कि that प्रक्रिया remains shiny for you. It does not become rusted and what do they call it? Dagni, dull. It doesn't become dull. How it remains shiny? Like that's why there is that prayer. Tejasvinavadhitamastu. Whatever is adhitam, how should it remain? Tejasvi. Tejasvinau. Adhitam tejasvinau. Adhitamastu. Otherwise it will be like Karna. Karna, with great efforts, acquired the Vidya from Parshurama. Everybody is here or not? Parshurama. Okay, Uni. Where Uni gone or what?
He excused himself, Swamiji. He excused himself.
Okay. So, this Parshurama then later comes to know that he is Sudaputra. And he is not a Brahmin or he is not a Kshatriya. So, Parshuram is annoyed. And Parshuram has got what? Low, what do they call it? Ignition point. Like Durvasa.
Temper. Low temper.
So, Parshuram gets ignited and he curses him. Not Parshuram, actually, even that, and Parshuram only curses him, that whatever I have taught you
will not be useful.
Will not become available to you.
When you needed it most.
When you need it the most. And it so happens that Duryodhana thinks that the only contender or competitor or what do they say to Arjuna is Karna. And Karna also has acquired Shastras, Astras, everything. But when presented, Karna forgets. Karna forgets. Everything he tries hard to remember. This is what happens even to us in the school days. You remember? Ratta maar ke jate the. And then when the paper comes, already your heart is beating so fast, it may just come out. And then, and when that the supervisor etc. has collected your answer sheets and all, then you go, you talk to your friend. I knew. What is the point of you knowing it now? Yeah, I had studied everything. I knew the answer. You knew the answer. What happened on the Ranabhumi? Nothing came out. So that is called, as the knowledge is there, but it becomes dull. If the knowledge cannot come to your rescue when you need it most, what is the point of that knowledge? You see? So in order for it to remain tejasvi, there is vicharya. How should it be? Vicharya. So we have, various situations, life, man, apman, everything. All situations, okay? Success and failure, health and sickness, meeting people and people departing, some depart forever. When there is that sanyoga, viyoga, all sorts of things are there. And at that time, this knowledge should remain shining for it. I told you that thing from Kailas Ashram. You remember? No. छोटे महाराज जी की तो बात एक थी ही थी. But after before India-Pakistan separation, a lot of people from, Pakistan, not that today it is called Pakistan, then it was Lahore and all that. And there was a very big Hindu population there. More than Muslim population, there was Hindu population. And they regularly used to come to Haridwar and Rishikesh, and then when they would come, so they would stay in Kailas Ashram or some place. So one gentleman like that, who was very fond of satsang, in that India-Pakistan separation, very rich people would come and stay. There were these business people. All his gold, all his property, everything was plundered, looted. His family was slaughtered and killed. And he came to Rishikesh and he used to stay. Then he later on took sannyas also. He used to stay. So somebody asked him that you lost everything. Your children, wife, property, money, business, everything gone. Does that not bother you? And he said that What would, even if the whole Brahmanda meets deluge, nothing happens to me. What is this? Now you see that we are upset over small things. He said that, and she said that, and you were like this. This upsets us. That means what? That this knowledge is not tejasvi. If that knowledge cannot protect your peace, then what is there? So in order for knowledge also to become strong, what is there? You'll have to evam vicharya. Thus, this whole process in the sense, this is a prakriya, na? This is a prakriya. So this prakriya, what we have seen in this chapter, it should be very well contemplated upon. Evam vicharya. As a result of that vichara, what will happen? Paripurna swabhava pratyagatmaiva mama swarupam. What is his conclusion of that vichara? Oh, I'm a great seeker. Not seeker and beaker, and not this daridri kind of a thing. What is it? What is his understanding? That paripurna swabhava, I am complete, purna vastu. Pratyagatma eva mama swarupam. This is what is my nature. The very inner self of all and everything. Pratyagatma eva mama swarupam. Aham brahmasmi. Brahma eva ahamasmi. Iti anubhavaha. And so this is the knowledge. But that knowledge now is not paroksha jnanam. It is aparoksha jnanam, and therefore it is called as anubhava. When will the knowledge be called as anubhava? When
प्रतिबंध विरहित रहते.
when there is no samshaya viparyaya about it, that pratibandha rahitam, vyavadhana rahitam jnanam is called as aparoksha jnanam. To what point should we do this manana nididhyasanam? To the point that every samshaya that may rise is pulverized. Every anubhava, because your every anubhava is going to be ahamasmi. Without ahamasmi, there cannot be even whether the tea is hot or cold. Okay. So therefore, ahamasmi is the basic anubhava on which everything else, all the castle is built. So, what is this ahamasmi anubhava? Whenever there is this ahamasmi comes, it comes as aham paripurnaha. Not to aham parichinnaha, I'm a man, I'm human, I'm happy, I'm bored, no nothing. What is it? Aham Brahma, Brahma eva ahamasmi iti anubhavo yasya mahanubhavasya agacchati. And this person is a mahapurusha, mahanubhava. Agacchati saeva kritakrityaha. Such a person alone is called as fulfilled, kritakrityaha. Saeva brahmanaha. And this person alone is called as brahmana. Okay. So brahmana over here is not jativachaka shabda. Brahmana over here means brahmajnani. So In Jivan Mukti Viveka, we have seen this. Correct? In various places, the Jivan Mukta is referred as, in some places he is called as Brahmana. In some places he is called as Gunatita. In some places he is called as the
Sthiprajna.
Jnani Bhakta. Some places he is called as Sthiprajna. In some places he is called as a Brahmana. All these in various places in the Shastras, by the Lakshana you understand that the one who is called as a Brahmana is a Jivan Mukta. By the Lakshana you understand the one who is called over here in this Prakarana as a Sthita Prajna is Jivan Mukta Brahmajnani, like that. Iti Kritakrityaha sa eva Brahmanaha iti sarve Vedantaha bheri vadyavat udghoshayanti. Like this, all the Vedantas, all the Upanishads, what are they? Bherivadya. Like the
Trumpet.
trumpet.
Gante ki chot.
Like that. And it is loud enough for the whole village to wake up. Bherivad. Even today in the Himalayas, these Tibetan places and all, when they have to convey a message from one mountain to another, because the village settlements are like that. So they use those big pipes. Those Buddhist monasteries there, they have. And then they have a certain way of blowing it. Whatever is the message, wake up or come here, whatever. Whatever it is. So it goes like that. The Upanishads are not whispering. It is not a Marial whisper. How is it? Bherivaadyavat udghoshayanti. How they say, what is the udghosha? That he who knows that Atma is Brahman, Brahman is this Atma, and therefore I am Paripurna Swabhavaha. He who knows is Kritakritya. He alone is a Brahmana. He is the Udghosha of the Upanishad. Iti Saptama Varnakam. Thus we complete the 7th chapter of
Laghuvasudeva.
Laghuvasudeva Mananam. Can somebody please read for me what is the first line, the pratijna of this particular chapter? That what would we see in this chapter was said?
Atma Vivek.
Ita param saptavarnake atmanatma vivekas.
Then
Atma vicharam.
Tat sadhanam.
Tat sadhanam.
Tat sadhyam.
Atmajnanam tat sadhyam brahmaikatvam. Brahmaikyatvam cha kathayate.
Brahma Kaivalyam.
Oh, sorry. Brahma Kaivalyam.
Itah param saptama varnake atmanatma vivekaha. What will we see first in this chapter? What were we going to see? That Atma Anatma Viveka. Did we see that?
Ji.
So Atma was told. And then this Atma is then seen as Shariratrayam. And that Shariratrayam is also Vyashti Samashti Bhedena, Jiva and Ishvara. That is what we saw. Atma Anatma Vivekaha. Tat Sadhyam. But when you do this Atma and Atma Viveka, what is accomplished?
Brahma Kaivalyam.
Na.
Mm.
There's one more step in between.
Atma Vichar.
Atma and Atma Viveka means Atma Vichara. What is accomplished through that? Atma Jnanam.
Hmm.
And what is accomplished by Atma Jnanam?
Kaivalyam.
Brahma Kaivalyam.
Brahma
क्या है?
Kaivalyam.
देखिए अभी हो गया, कल तोड़ के हो जाएगा।
हाँ।
तो इतना तोड़ा है।
Okay.
ठीक है।
Brahma
बात
Kaivalyam.
चला जरा अभी। और सब
Chakasyate. This is what Miratai,
क्या?
तो
that
कॉन्ट्रैक्टर
is
आएगा
what
कि नहीं?
is
तो
shown.
अभी अभी
हाँ.
तो नहीं आएगा शायद, वो कल ही सुबह आएगा।
Miratai, your mic is on.
सॉरी।
इतः परम सप्तम वर्ण के आत्मानात्म विवेकः तत्साध्यम आत्मज्ञानम तत्साध्यम ब्रह्म कैवल्यम. All these topics we have seen over here. Okay. Now, the 8th chapter is going to begin. What are you going to see, study in the 8th chapter? Itaha ashtama varnakam. Itah paramatmanaha पूर्वोक्त शरीर त्रय विलक्षण अवस्थात्रय साक्षित्वं पंचकोश व्यतिरिक्तत्वं सच्चिदानंद स्वरूपत्वं च चत्वारि लक्षणानि क्रमेण चतुर्भिर्वर्णकैः उच्यन्ते. Following 4 chapters are dedicated to the 4 lakshanas of Atma which were given. Because it is through lakshana pramanabhyam vastu siddhi.
Yes, to Siddhi.
How does anything become evident? How is anything proven? How, in the sense, how do you know something? Knowledge. I'm not talking about knowing Raju Sarpa, etc. Over here, by the word knowledge, I mean that what is certain. Akampyam. Okay. So, through Lakshana and Pramana. Okay. You all know this. So now, what is it that you want to know? Atma. Brahma. Then you should have the Lakshana of Atma. What is the Pramanam? Shruti is the Pramanam. So this Lakshana of Atma, what is the Lakshana? Distinguishing characteristic. So unmistakably, you are able to know this is that object. How do you know this is a cow? How should you are able to see? Hey, you are able to see even a horse and a buffalo. But along with seeing, you should also know something more. You should have something more because of which now you know that this is a cow. Correct?
Yes.
So now that Lakshana of a cow, Otva, has to be there, which you consciously, unconsciously register. They give you that example of a small child also. That the first time a cow is shown by the mother, and that cow was brown in color. But next time when the child sees a white cow or a white animal or another color, it still is able to recognize it as cow. What allows that child to understand? Because yes, what he had seen as cow is a brown one, the red one. But now what he is seeing is a black one. But how does he now know that this is a cow in the second go? So unconsciously, he has registered something which now he is able to see even in the second animal, second instance, and thus that whatever principle that he is able to see allows him to understand this is also a cow. Correct? This is also cow. This principle is called as the Lakshana. Asadharana dharma. What is called as Lakshana? Asadharana dharma. So now you want to understand no Atma or Brahma. What is the Lakshana? So the Chatwari, 4 types of Lakshanas are given. 4 Lakshanas were given. By who's going by that, you will know Atma. If you have these, you will know. What is it? Sharira Traya Vilakshanatvam. What is the first Lakshana? Vilakshanatvam. Distinct from the 3 Shariras, the trio of the bodies. Sharira Traya Vilakshanatvam. What is the second Lakshanam? And that is Avasthatraya Sakshitvam. The witnesshood of all the 3
Avasthas.
Avasthas.
states.
Avastha.
3 avasthas. Avasthatraya Sakshitvam. Panchakosha Vyatiriktatvam. Being other than the Panchakoshas. And Satchidananda Swarupatvam. These are the 4 Lakshanas of Atma. Kramena Chaturbhi Varnakaihi Uchante. And they will be sequentially discussed in the 4 following chapters. So thus, this is what you are going to see. The earlier chapter gave you what is called as Atma and Atma Viveka, then Atma Jnanam, which is accomplished through that, and Brahma Kaivalyam, which is accomplished through Atma Jnanam, was discussed. Now, Atma and the Lakshanas of Atma are being discussed in the 4 chapters to follow. We will stop here. Om Purnamadaha
Purnamidam
Purnamidam
Purnamudachyate Purnasya
Purnasya
Purnamada
Purnameva
Purnameva
Vasishyate.
Vasishyate.
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shankaram
Shankaram
Shankaracharya
Shankaracharya
Keshavam
Keshavam
Bhadaraya
Badharaya Sutra
Prabhashitau Vande
Bhashakritau Vande Bhagavantam
Bhagavantau Punah Punah Ishvaro
Gururatmeti
Veda Vibhagine
Vibhagini
Vyomavad Vyapta
Vyapta
Dehaya
Dehaya
Dakshina
Dakshina
Taye Namaha. Om Shanti
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 Shanti Namah Parvati Pataye Namaha.
Hare Ramadeva Shri Guru